Yo, what's going on guys, Mara here, back again with another video, and Mihoyo has screwed up again. Now, you guys have read the title, you know what's going on, so let's get right into it. Alright, for those who are a little bit lost and uninitiated, here's a brief run-through, okay? So basically, this morning, as of the time of recording this video, Mihoyo released a new sort of event, and remember how, like, back last year, there was a collab with KFC China, where they released a KFC exclusive wing, and it was only limited to the Chinese players. So you could get it in China by buying like a meal or something, and there will be a redemption code for this wing that you see on the screen right now. And it looks amazing. So a lot of people, or rather the global players, a lot of these global players, including myself, really wanted these wings. And like a lot of people were not happy that they weren't able to get the wing. So Mihoyo basically said, you know what, guys, relax. Eventually, we'll get this sorted out. We promise that sometime in the future, we will release the wings to the global players. And now, 1 year later, or close to 1 year, I would say, it's finally out. Now, the issue lies with the way to get this wing. Like, it's just really weird. It's not a good implementation in my opinion, and we'll talk about it in a bit. But basically, how you get this wing is not by buying it in the game itself. If you go to the store, it won't be available. It's not sold directly from the game. Now, how you get this is basically by buying, or rather subscribing to a select handful of approved Twitch streamers for 2 months to get the redemption code for this wing. So that's the only way to get it. You can't get it in store, in-game, whatever, right? So to get this wing, you actually have to pay like a streamer, an approved streamer no less, and there's not a lot of them, which once again I'll explain why in a bit. So I don't know, the whole thing is just really weird, and let's just move on to the pros of this event. Okay, so the first and only pro is that it supports these streamers that participate in these events. And why I say that that's a good thing is because these streamers probably had to go through a lot to get the approval, and that is also the reason why I say there's probably only a handful that were able to accept the agreement. So from what I know, you have to sign some exclusivity agreement with Genshin to only stream Genshin Impact for 2 weeks. 2 whole weeks of nothing but Genshin Impact. That in itself is quite a big problem, because how do you stream a game 2 weeks in a row when the game only has like 30 minutes of content every day in terms of commission, resin, and tops, I'll give it to you, Spiral Abyss. And that's like, what, 2 hours? That's like 1 stream, right? So for all these approved creators to get the approval, they probably sacrificed quite a bit. And, you know, supporting them by subscribing to them, I'd say it's a pretty cool thing to do, especially if you're just after the wings. You know, just knowing that your money doesn't go into Mihoyo directly, and it actually goes to supporting the streamers and helping out the community, I guess it's a pretty cool thing. Now let's talk about the weirder stuff, the not so good stuff. Okay, so oh yeah, before that, I've read some comments on this, and like, if you expected this wing to be free, that's copium on another level. And I'm saying that not because like I hate the free-to-play community. No, that's not it. But for a company like Mihoyo, expecting a company like Mihoyo to not have this wing on sale is just, nah, that's not happening. Let's be real, okay? But also, the Chinese community also technically paid for it. Well, they paid for the meal, and the wing was complimentary, but like, they still paid for the meal. Like, if you wanted the wing, you had to buy the meal, the KFC meal that came along with it. So, the fact that Chinese players also had to pay, there's no way that, you know, they're gonna give out for free. And then there's also another argument that I saw that, you know, KFC can be eaten, and while you can't do anything with the Twitch sub, and that's because you don't see the sort of value. And I get it, okay? I get it, but it's unrealistic to expect the same exact collab with KFC like worldwide for this event. That's just not gonna happen, right? Because there's no way you can link up with all the KFCs in the world and have all of them agree to participate in this event. That's why I think the expectation should be lower. Now, regarding the whole like KFC can be eaten and like you can't really do anything with the Twitch sub, I think it's more to do with the perception of the value of Twitch sub. Because to some people, it is definitely worth it to subscribe to their favorite like content creator and support them while getting the wings. Whereas I think for the vast majority, I would agree, like if you don't, especially if you don't watch streams, I think this makes no sense whatsoever, because like you have to force yourself to subscribe to someone that you probably never heard of or you don't really care for just to get the wings, and that's where it is just really weird. And by the way, guys, full disclosure, I'm not part of this event, so yeah, just keep that in mind, okay? But yeah, so for the people who don't watch the stream, spending money on something that you don't really care for feels very unjustified. And I think there's a mental barrier there, because technically you're paying for the wing. And if, say, the cost is 2 months of sub, which is like 10 US, and let's say they put this wing on 10 US, more people would probably be be receptive to it. You know what I mean? Like, I think more people will be willing to pay $10 straight to like buy it off the shop rather than to spend the exact amount, like $10, on some streamer that they don't really care for. And that's got to do with the mental barrier that a lot of people can't like go through. And I understand. I am completely with you guys on this one, because to me, ain't no way I'm gonna just like randomly subscribe to some random person just to get the wings. And it doesn't provide anything other than look good anyway, right? So you're not losing out on anything. So yeah, that's personally what I think, right? And like to add on to that, honestly, I don't mind paying for the glider. I think we all saw it coming when like Mihoyo said that this was going to be available sometime. Now, I personally expected them to put it in store in a package or whatever, and I definitely expected, having to pay for this. But I guess it really sucks for those who like really cared for these wings, and like because the wings look really good. And a lot of people really wanted it for really long, but like right now the way that they implemented it, subscribing to Twitch streamers, like I guess it's okay if you're into like the whole Twitch culture and you're watching a approved streamer, it makes a lot of sense to you. Like I can support my favorite streamer and at the same time get something out of it, right? It makes perfect sense to you, but that's only for the minority of people. And I would say for the vast majority who either don't have the money to spend, well, if you don't have the money to spend, it's like kind of like, well, too bad, because like there's no way Mihoyo is giving out for free, right? But for those who are willing to spend but not on a Twitch sub, I think this whole event makes like absolutely zero sense. And what I would suggest is, instead of just making it like 100% exclusive to Twitch, maybe offer it in the shop, or at least give us a notice of like, you can maybe get this earlier if you support your favorite Twitch streamer, but maybe this will make it to the official, like the Genshin shop, like, I don't know, 2 months down the road or something, right? Just something to, like, for the people who are not onto the whole Twitch thing to also get the wings. So yeah, that's like my whole opinion on this, and for that reason, I'm probably not going to get this wing. It's a shame, but it's probably the only wing that I will not have in my collection. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this whole event and whether you will be subscribing to your favorite approved Twitch streamer just to get the wings. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.